Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Kip Guy, Dean of the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy. Graduates, faculty, families, and friends, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our 2021 commencement ceremony. Today we're celebrating the achievements of the class of 2021, comprised of 6 individuals from our graduate program, 8 students from our master's dual degree program, and 139 students from our PharmD program. We're here to honor their strength, their persistence, and their resilience. Graduates, today you're joining the strong legacy of the UK College of Pharmacy. Our alumni include innovators, researchers, teachers, practitioners, CEOs, and deans. Today, you're part of that community, and that community has quite literally been saving the world. You've all demonstrated your commitment to our community with your tireless work during this pandemic year, and through your early mornings, late nights, and seemingly endless hours in lab, clinic, classroom, wherever you've done the hard work that it took to get this done. You should be proud of yourselves. This auditorium is filled with your supporters, friends and families who've watched you grow into the professionals that you are today. Faculty members who've guided you and challenged you to do things that were more than you thought you could do. And your classmates who've all grown with you side by side while you've been here. Some of our alumni are here in spirit as well. A few of you wearing regalia that they provided, that they wore only a few years ago in this very ceremony. I suspect it's been quite a journey for you, especially this last year or so. And I want you to know that you, each and every one of you, have changed our college for the better. Dolly Parton says, "You'll never be a whole lot unless you're brave enough to try." So I'm going to challenge you as my last remark to continue our proud tradition. Take our excellence and our tradition out onto whatever path you take in the rest of your life. Congratulations, you've earned it. And I'll now hand over to Frank Romanelli, Associate Dean for Academic Programs.
Well, we made it. If you had asked me 3 months ago if we'd be here, I probably would have said no, but we made it. So I'm going to make a few acknowledgments before we begin the program. First of all, the staff at Memorial Coliseum and UK Athletic Association, Katie and Andrew, I know they're somewhere in the building, and Barry and Ryan, our AV folks, have literally gone out of their way to make this happen, so we're very appreciative for them. I'd also like to thank the academic programs team. They're somewhere in this building as well. Nicole Keenan, Julianne Kravitz, and Drew Ritzel. They've also worked tirelessly to make this happen. So on December 31st, 2019, the first global case of COVID-19 was reported. Approximately 3 weeks later, on January 21st, 2020, the first U.S. travel-related case was reported, and on February 26, 2020, the first U.S. non-travel case was documented. These initial reports would send the nation and the world into the midst of a pandemic, the likes of which we've not seen in 100 years. Some of us inside the Coliseum today have lost loved ones to the disease, while many themselves have endured infection or witnessed complications of the disease in their family and friends. Pharmacists and pharmacy students have been part of the frontline fight, including many of the students and soon-to-be graduates sitting in front of us. They have cared, they have medicated, they have vaccinated patients. As we gather here to celebrate, I now ask that we pause for a moment of silence to remember all those who have been lost to the pandemic or who are still struggling to recover. Thank you. In March of 2020, the faculty and staff of the college were asked with almost no notice to pivot both the professional and graduate curricula. The faculty immediately moved to a new normal. In many instances, courses were taught remotely over Zoom, while within the college, face-to-face instruction occurred in 3 lecture halls that were glued together using IT. Activities within our patient care laboratory were reimagined and carried forward with almost no interruption. The faculty taught behind masks and pieces of plexiglass. They sanitized, screened, vaccinated, and socially distanced. The research teams worked hard to ensure that graduate students could still access their experiments and that scientific questions, including those surrounding the virus, were still answered, while the experiential team worked nearly around the clock to both ensure that our students could still complete their patient care rotations and that they would be safe and protected when they did so. Collectively, the faculty and staff placed the college on their shoulders, and without these efforts, we would not be here today. I would like to ask that the faculty and staff please stand and be recognized. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Daniela Moga, Assistant Dean for Research, for recognition of our PhD and master's degree recipients.
Thank you, Dr. Romanelli. It is my pleasure to first recognize those who have completed a Doctor of Philosophy degree program in pharmaceutical sciences. These students work for years alongside a major professor and mentor to complete coursework, a teaching assistantship, and an in-depth research project in order to hone their skills as scientists. They study within a diverse array of pharmaceutical sciences topics, including medicinal chemistry, pharmacology, drug delivery, experimental therapeutics, and pharmaceutical outcomes and policy. Graduates will be hooded by Dr. David Fiola, Director of Graduate Studies, and congratulated by Dean Guy. Our graduates are listed in your program beginning on page 4. You'll find that 6 of the 12 graduates are in attendance today. The others have already graduated but were unable to join us tonight. Graduates, once you have been hooded, please proceed to receive your congratulations from Dean Guy and then pose for an individual picture and return to your seat. So here are our graduates who have completed their dissertation research. Dr. Taylor Lundy. Taylor received her Bachelor's of Science degree in Biomedical Sciences and her Master of Arts degree in Molecular Biology from the University of North Florida. Taylor's research focused on characterization and engineering of interrupted adenylation domains under the direction of Dr. Sylvie Garnozzo-Di Taylor has published 5 first or co-first author manuscripts from her dissertation research. Taylor is currently a postdoctoral fellow at UNC Chapel Hill in a cancer epigenetics training program. Dr. Ray Leo. Ray received her bachelor's degree in pharmaceutical sciences from China Pharmaceutical University and master's degree in pharmacology from Sun Yat-sen University in China. Ray's research focused on investigating T-cell mediated inflammation in obesity and type 2 diabetes under the direction of Dr. Barbara Nikolajczyk. She has contributed to 2 papers as first author and has participated in the work of 4 total publications. After graduation, she plans to join pharmaceutical industry. Dr. Julia Annette Schultz. Julia received a Bachelor of Science degree in pharmacy from Goethe University, Frankfurt, Main, Germany. Her research, under the mentorship of Dr. Bernd Bauer, focused on anti-cancer drug brain uptake and developing a new therapeutic strategy for glioblastoma treatment. Julia has received multiple awards, including a Pharma Foundation pre-doctoral fellowship, the Pulliam Pilot Research Award from the Markey Cancer Center, and several poster presentation and travel awards. Julia has presented 3 oral and 20 poster presentations at local, national, and international conferences. Julia's dissertation research will lead to 5 research publications, 1 invited review paper, and a book chapter. Julia is pursuing a postdoctoral fellowship in pharmacokinetics with AbbVie in Chicago. The next 3 students will be defending their dissertation projects this summer in order to complete their degrees. Freddie Ariel Ars. Freddie is from White Plain, New York, and received his Bachelor's of Science degree in Biomedical Engineering from Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. Under the mentorship of Dr. Eric Munson and Dr. Patrick Marsak, his research focused on understanding the role of mucin in the absorption of poorly soluble drugs from supersaturated solutions. He has contributed to 3 papers so far and is working on publishing 3 more from his thesis work. After graduation, he plans to return to the East Coast and use his formulation knowledge within the pharmaceutical industry to help translate new therapeutics from the lab to patients. Ashley Beaker. Ashley is from Burlington, Kentucky, and she received her Bachelor's of Science in Agricultural Biotechnology from the University of Kentucky. Ashley began her research with Dr. Stephen Van Lannen as an undergraduate student and chose to work as PhD candidate, continue her work as PhD candidate. Ashley's research focused on understanding the biosynthesis of the antibiotic capuramycin and its use as a potential treatment for tuberculosis. After graduation, Ashley plans to work as a medical writer for Symbiotics in Lexington, Kentucky. Garrett Zink. Garrett received his Bachelor's of Science degree in biochemistry from Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee in 2014. While under the direction of Dr. Joe Chappell, Garrett's research focused on the biological synthesis and evaluation of valerianic acid analogs for the improved modulation for the human GABA-A receptor, with the ultimate desire of providing alternative pharmacotherapies for the treatment of anxiety. Garrett has written 1 first author book review and contributed to 1 publication within the Chappell Lab. He is currently working on writing 2 first author manuscripts. After graduation, Garrett will be pursuing a research scientist position in the field of synthetic biology with a focus on tinkering with proteins for their desired biological outcomes in the pharmaceutical industry. Next, we will honor students who completed the dual PharmD master's degree program. These students are from the PharmD class of 2021, who, while matriculating the Doctor of Pharmacy program, also completed a master's degree in pharmaceutical sciences by completing graduate-level coursework and the research project under their faculty advisor. Graduates, please stand and be recognized for your accomplishment. Your mentor will stand when I call your name. Dalton Lovins. Dalton is from Eubank, Kentucky, and he completed his undergraduate education at the University of Kentucky. While pursuing his PharmD, Dalton wanted to build a strong foundation for working in clinical research and development, which led him to complete the Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences dual degree. Dalton's research under the direction of Dr. Jim Pauly focused on determining whether voluntary alcohol consumption in a high alcohol consuming rodent model could yield a change in nicotinic receptor subtype density. After graduation, Dalton will be joining Biogen, a biotechnology company in Cambridge, Massachusetts, that is dedicated to defeating neurological diseases, where he has accepted a therapeutics development fellowship position. Darius Maiman. Darius is from Union, Kentucky, and received his bachelor's in biochemistry at Urham College. In addition to his PharmD, Darius also completed the Master of Pharmaceutical Sciences dual degree to explore his interest in precision medicine. His research focused on pharmacokinetics and dose adjustment strategies in response to variation, working with Dr. Patrick McNamara. He has one publication to date with a couple in progress. After graduation, Darius will be completing a 2-year fellowship at the Indiana University School of Medicine in clinical pharmacology. Michael Foster Desmond. Foster is from Hartford, Kentucky, and attended the University of Kentucky for his undergraduate studies. While pursuing his doctorate in pharmacy, Foster's interest in epilepsy research led him to Dr. Birnbauer's lab. Foster's research focused on epilepsy-induced blood-brain barrier dysfunction and inflammation. After graduation, Foster will move back to Hartford, where he will begin working for Midtown Pharmacy Express. Jordan Shale. Jordan is from Overland Park, Kansas, and attended both the University of Nebraska and the University of Kentucky prior to enrolling in the College of Pharmacy's PharmD program. While pursuing her PharmD, Jordan's interest in research led her to enrollment in her PharmD MSPS dual degree program. Her research, under the direction of Dr. Patricia Ripato-Freeman, has focused on the impacts of DEA-mandated pharmaceutical wholesaler suspicious under monitoring on community pharmacists and patients. After graduation, Jordan plans to practice as a pharmacist at the community hospital here in Kentucky. Farah Al-Obaidi. Farah is from Baghdad, Iraq, and received her associate degree in science from Elizabethtown Community and Technical College in Kentucky. While pursuing a PharmD at the University of Kentucky, Farah's interest in drug research and development led her to enroll in the PharmD Master's Degree in Pharmaceutical Sciences program. Her research, under the direction of Dr. Stephen Van Lennen, has focused on identifying novel compounds with antimicrobial activity from natural products. Farah presented her research locally in the College of Pharmacy and nationally at the New England Science Symposium at Harvard Medical School. After graduation, Farah will be staying in Lexington to complete a PGY1 pharmacy practice residency at Baptist Health Hospital. Caitlin Brubaker. Caitlin is from Lexington, Kentucky, and received her Bachelor's of Science in Chemistry from Ohio Northern University. While pursuing her PharmD, Caitlin enrolled in the Master of Science dual degree program to explore her love for medicinal chemistry. Her research focused on synthesis of antifungal compounds under the direction of Dr. Sylvie Garnot-Sogdikova. After graduation, Caitlin will be staying in Lexington to complete a PGY1 pharmacy practice residency at Baptist Health Lexington, where she hopes to continue to study antifungal use in a clinical setting. Dustin Miracle. Dustin is from Middlesboro, Kentucky, and received his Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from Lincoln Memorial University in Harrogate, Tennessee. His research, under the direction of Dr. Patricia Ripato-Freeman, has focused primarily on pharmacy's provision of hormonal and emergency contraception services. Dustin has presented his work at both local and national conferences. He has one publication under review and is currently working on multiple others. After graduating, Dustin will be joining the PhD program here in the College of Pharmacy, pursuing his degree within the Pharmaceutical Outcomes and Policy track. We are extremely proud of your accomplishments and are excited about your future careers and contributions. Please join me once again in congratulating these outstanding graduates. I now welcome the Faculty Chair of the Honors and Awards Committee, Dr. Clark Kebodo, to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Fiola, Dr. Moga, our faculty mentors. We're proud of the tremendous accomplishments of these graduates and are anxious to see the great work they'll do in their professional careers. We now shift our attention to the Doctor of Pharmacy students. Now, we realize today we have more outstanding students than we have awards to present. We have a few special honors to bestow this afternoon. Recipients of the award are selected by classmates, by the faculty, or the student body, the College Honors and Awards Committee, or by other specific groups. So award winners, when your name is announced, please stand and be recognized. Audience, you may follow along on page 10 of your program. Please hold your applause until I finish reading the award description. We'll begin with the Merck Award. It is presented to graduates for outstanding academic achievement. We have 3 recipients that we'll recognize individually. The first recipient is Taylor R. Elliott. Kellen Michael Greenwell is the next recipient. Kaylee Suzanne Woods is the final recipient of the Merck Award. Carolyn Marie Sims is this year's recipient for the Allison Radcliffe Scholarship Award. This award recognizes students who demonstrate an interest or expertise in pediatric pharmacotherapy. The Alvin L. Schulte Award is presented to Alexandra Lee Nilges. This award is given to a student who has earned a minimum 3.5 overall GPA in college, who excels at the study of chemistry, and who demonstrates outstanding leadership skills. The Excellence in Pharmacy Award is presented to Angela Marie Werger. This award honors a student in the top 25% of the class who demonstrates high professional motivation and proficiency in providing drug information. This award is sponsored by Viatris Pharmaceuticals. The Jefferson County Academy of Pharmacy Award is presented to Anissa Lynn Moore. This award recognizes a graduating student for their outstanding achievement in extracurricular activities and professional organizations. Lindsay Renee Kohler is the recipient of the Kaplan Passamanic Award. This award recognizes academic excellence, leadership, a love for pharmacy, and enthusiastic support for the college and the profession. Shayna Elise Mitchell Smoger is the recipient of the Excellence in Clinical Communication Award. This award recognizes a graduate who ranks in the upper 25% of the class and has demonstrated superior verbal communication skills. This award is sponsored by the Facts and Comparisons Division of Wolters Kluwer Publishers. The James Road Award honors a graduating student today who is of outstanding moral character and is viewed as consistently honest and trustworthy by his or her peers. This award is sponsored by Clay and Jill Rhodes. Today we have 2 awardees. The first is Elijah Thomas Myers. The next recipient of the award is Rachel Christiana Minrath. The American Pharmacy Services Corporation Independent Pharmacy Award recognizes a contribution to independent pharmacy practice as evidenced by professionalism, service, and a commitment to advancing independent pharmacy practice. This year's recipient is Jenna Faye Ramsey. Jonathan Scott Reams is the recipient of the APHA ASP Professionalism Award. This award honors a student who exhibits the ideals of professionalism, excellence in patient care, service, and a commitment to the profession of pharmacy through professional organizations and other extracurricular opportunities. Rachel Marie Stone is this year's recipient of the David Christopher Flynn Memorial Award. This award is given to a graduating student with a GPA of at least 3.0 who completes a pre-residency pathway and has an interest in clinical pharmacy practice. This award is sponsored by Julie and Jeremy Flynn in memory of their infant son. Caitlin Marie Greaves is the recipient of the KSHP and Policastri Student Leadership Award. This award goes to a graduating professional student who is pursuing a career within health system pharmacy, a member of KSHP, has demonstrated dedication to professional organizations over the course of their professional training. Brittany McCollin is this year's recipient of the KPHA Excellence in Geriatric Practice Award. This award recognizes a graduating student who has demonstrated an interest in geriatric pharmacy practice. The KPHA Outstanding Graduated Man and Graduating Woman are chosen by classmates on the basis of scholarship and contributions to the profession, fellow classmates, and the college. The KPHA Outstanding Graduated Woman Award is Alexandra Lee Nilgis. The KPHA Outstanding Graduated Man is Chad Michael Vinn. So I know I had you clap a lot, but let's give one more round of applause to all our award winners today. Last one. Graduating students are not the only ones receiving awards tonight. We also have the honor of recognizing a faculty member for his excellence within and beyond the classroom setting. During their final year, our PharmD students work with preceptor pharmacists throughout the state and occasion around the nation and world. Without them, we would not develop high-quality graduates. Excellence in this precepting role is acknowledged in the annual Preceptor of the Year Award. This year's award recipient is Dr. Mark Huffmeyer. And with that, I'm now pleased to introduce Alex Nilgis, president of the PharmD class of 2021, to convey some initial honors and to share a message with the graduating class.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alex Nilgis, and over the last 4 years, I've had the distinct privilege of serving as class president to the incredible group of graduates sitting before you. Each year, we as a class have voted for a Professor of the Year, someone who we felt exemplified the college's slogan of going beyond the script, a professor consistently exceeding expectations both in and outside of the classroom. This year, we are thrilled to recognize 2 winners, one from the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and another from the Department of Pharmacy Practice and Science, based on their contributions and support of our class over the last 4 years. Tonight, I am excited to recognize Dr. Jeff Kane and Dr. Penny Black. Please stand to be recognized. Dr. Kane is the epitome of enthusiasm, dedication, and clear passion for teaching. This is evidenced by his now back-to-back Faculty of the Year awards from the College of Pharmacy. Having joined the college in 1996 and accepted a faculty appointment in 2010, Dr. Kane has been an unwavering force for the physical, mental, social, and financial health of his students, on top of innovation, critical thinking, and professional development. We could not be more thankful or lucky to have a professor like Dr. Kane over the last 4 years. someone who challenges us and reminds us constantly to go, be great, and be grateful. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Kane. Dr. Black is our Commander-in-Chief as the Director of the PharmD program. Dr. Black is no stranger to this award either, having won the Faculty of the Year award this year from both the classes of 2021 and 2022 and many years prior. Since joining the college in 2004, Dr. Black has become the archetype for a servant leader and cherished mentor, selflessly helping students navigate personal and professional endeavors. You'd be hard-pressed to find a student who wanted to meet with Dr. Black outside of the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy that didn't get to. When I reflect on how Dr. Black conducts herself, I would say she simply chalks up all of the extra stuff with a smile to the line in her contract that states, "Other duties as assigned." I consider myself very privileged to have worked so closely with such an inspirational leader. Please join me again in congratulating Dr. Black. I remember the exact day I was told about giving this speech. That was over 2 years ago now, and I recall thinking to myself then, "Don't worry about it, Alex. You have so much time to write something moving, something profound." Fast forward to 2 weeks ago, sitting on my couch, staring at a blank paper and twiddling a pen around in my hands. Yes, I said a pen and paper. Some of us millennials still have an appreciation for the ancient arts. I'm sorry to report the whole profound thing never hit me. I even read speeches from graduates before me. All I concluded, class of 2021, was this address should be to and about you. And quoting "We Did It" from Elle Wood's graduation speech, or "Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat" from world-renowned basketball player Troy Bolton, didn't really seem like it would do you all much justice. So naturally, I did what I always do when I feel stressed. I went to the kitchen. I decided to cook a nice dinner, something I and my classmates seem to do sporadically when we peek our heads out of our books. Of course, that statement excludes Kellen Greenwald and Olivia White, who are full-on chefs every single day nowadays. So anyway, as everything was coming together, I set the table for one. Afterwards, I sat there looking at my empty plate and caught myself wondering, why do we even set the table? I resulted to the fact that on special occasions or times we put extra effort into a meal, we as a society have collectively agreed the food deserves it. You spent a hefty amount of time and energy making something incredible, so of course it deserves all the formalities in order to be enjoyed and celebrated accordingly. Sounds a lot like today, doesn't it? Over the last 4 years, the graduates sitting in front of you have been making themselves into something quite extraordinary, and today we are celebrating the fruits of their labor. My classmates have put their blood, thanks to immunization lab, sweat, thanks to exams, and tears, thanks to all the tough days in between, into becoming doctors of pharmacy and doctors of philosophy and pharmaceutical sciences. They have worked so extremely hard to get all of the ingredients necessary to the recipe of success, following the directions to get to this very day. Not only were we in classes full-time, but these pharmacists balanced extracurriculars, conferences, full-time, I'm looking at you, Johnny and Jim, and part-time jobs, volunteering, internships, and for some, even additional master's degrees. Beyond that, they supported relationships, families, pushed through immeasurable losses, and on top of it all, persevered through this past year. Not only a year where we were providing healthcare in the midst of a pandemic, but a year where we have faced social and racial injustices and powerful movements that have tested humanity. Needless to say, the class of 2021 is the full package, and they bring a whole lot to this metaphorical table. So as I set my actual table for one that evening, I also thought to myself, wow, I wish I had someone to share this with, which got me thinking about all the times we have been able to share with each other as classmates. At the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy, we often say it's the people, not the place. And I have to take a minute to tell you about this remarkable class of 2021. After all, over the last 4 years, we've certainly experienced a lot together. And without that, we would have missed out on things like Rob Thomas's digital artwork, Shayna Smoger's genuine compliments, Anissa Moore's intense Monday Fun Day workouts and uplifting wellness tips, a How's It Going Brother Dear from Dalton Lovins, or a Hey Girly from Chad Venn, a home-cooked recipe from Jun Hong Han, an Allison Olmsted approved study guide, a prayer led by Aaron Adkisson, and we may have even missed out on Dylan Thompson's ability to make us laugh in any situation. I could go on about each of you all night, but it's a little hot in here, and I'm sure Connor Ball is getting hungry, so I won't. Now, as you've reached this pinnacle in your life, I hope you will always remember that you are the people and you will make the place. As you all scatter across the country for your exciting next chapters, I encourage you to not only set your table with the tools you need for success, but to set it by bringing others to it. By sharing this gift, this education we've worked so hard to obtain, I have no doubt you will change the communities of which you are a part. This education is special. For those who don't know, the University of Kentucky College of Pharmacy is consistently ranked among the top 10 pharmacy schools in the country. These graduates are not only highly educated from a clinical and research standpoint, but have also been formally trained to recognize and combat disparities and discriminatory practices in healthcare. I know this class will continue to be unstoppable forces for good, for improved patient outcomes, for diversity, equity, and inclusion, access to care, and public health. No matter their role or ranking, my classmates can and will be counted on to bring members from marginalized communities to sit with them and to fill chairs at their tables with voices that may have otherwise been silenced. Most importantly, I have the utmost confidence you, class of 2021, will be beacons of hope within your communities by sharing not only your education, but smiles and tears, wins and losses, the loud and the silence. So today, let's celebrate this triumphant feeling we have been anticipating for 4+ years. After the dust settles, and as you solidify your passion and purpose in this world, I hope you spend your whole life showing and telling the communities you serve all about it. Speaking of communities, let's not forget to thank those who have brought us to their tables and played such a pivotal role in helping us achieve our dreams along the way. To our administration, faculty, and staff, thank you for making tonight possible. You fought not only for this actual event, but to make sure our education wasn't delayed so that we could still be the class of 2021. Every last-minute question you answered, every song you played before exams, and every time you dared to crack a joke that might not even land got us to today. We thank you. Some say it takes a village to raise a child, but no one ever commented on what it takes to get said child through professional school. You were the ones who picked us up when we stumbled, and you celebrated us when we soared. So to our family, friends, mentors, and those who couldn't be here tonight, I said I wasn't going to cry. We want to thank you for the sacrifices you made at the expense of our aspirations. And finally, to my classmates, thank you for allowing me to be your president. It has truly been the honor of my lifetime. I look forward to what you will accomplish by sharing your gifts with the world, and I hope to see you across the table sometime soon. Thank you. I will now welcome Dr. Romanelli back to the podium.
Thank you, Thank you, Alex. In addition to the master's degrees already acknowledged by your own college this evening, some of our PharmD graduates have earned dual degrees or certificates from other colleges here at the university. The complete list is in your program on page 9. Graduates, please stand and remain standing when I announce your academic achievement so we may acknowledge you. Audience, please hold your applause until all have been announced. Masters of Business Administration. Please stand. Masters of Public Administration. Masters of Public Health. Graduate Certificate in Gerontology, Global Health, and Improving Healthcare Value. An Advanced Pharmacotherapy Gateway. Please be seated. We also have an impressive number of 73 graduates who've elected to continue their training through the completions of residencies. Additionally, graduates will be pursuing fellowships and other postgraduate experiences, including graduate degrees. Please stand if you will be completing residency or postgraduate training. You may be seated. Leadership is a hallmark of our PharmD program, and we're pleased now to recognize those who have led and served their colleagues. We begin by recognizing the student body and class officers who have diligently served the class over the past 4 years. Please stand as I call your name. Former Student Body Senator and Student Advisory Council Chair, Anna Roche. Class President, Alex Nilgis. Vice President, Aaron Effoy, and Treasurer, Brittany Dean. Officers, thank you for your service. We have numerous PharmD student organizations and committees at the college that provide opportunities for networking, leadership development, and community service. These organizations are successful because of their student leaders. Graduates, if you served as an officer or committee chair for a pharmacy student organization, please stand. You may be seated. Student organization advisors, your service also contributes to organizational success. Faculty and staff advisors, please stand so that we may also recognize you. Okay, now we begin the portion of the ceremony that many of you have been waiting for as we recognize the graduates and Doctor of Pharmacy of the Doctor of Pharmacy degree program, present them their hoods, and award their diplomas. Row 1, please stand and assemble following the instructions of our stage marshals. Dean Guy, Dr. Black, and Dr. Kane, please proceed to your stations. Friends and family, I encourage you to review the inside cover of your program to learn about the academic excellence indicated by the various cords being worn tonight. Beginning on page 12, you will find more information about each individual graduate. We will begin with our 5 highest academic honor graduates, each maintaining a perfect 4.0 throughout the entire Doctor of Pharmacy degree curriculum. Dr. Taylor R. Elliott. Dr. Allison Rachel Goatee. Dr. Kellen Michael Greenwell. Dr. Alexandra Lee Nilgis. Dr. Kaylee Susan Woods. Dr. Megan Renee Adams, summa cum laude. Dr. Aaron Bradley Adkisson, cum laude. Dr. Farah Ibrahim Al-Obadeh, cum laude. Dr. Kafia T. Badmus. Dr. Jacqueline Nicole Baginski, cum laude. Dr. Cody Alexander Baker, summa cum laude. Dr. Kristen Dolores Baker, cum laude. Dr. Carrie Ann Baldwin, cum laude. Dr. Connor Marshall Ball, magna cum laude. Dr. Alexa Ray Baskin, cum laude. Dr. Daniel Berger, cum laude. Dr. Catherine Ann Bosco, summa cum laude. Dr. Amelia Leanne Eversole Bradshaw, summa cum laude. Dr. Macy Jo Bradshaw, magna cum laude. Dr. Jasmine Faith Browning, magna cum laude. Dr. Caitlin Rosemary Brubaker, cum laude. Dr. DeAndre Malik Bumpus. Dr. Megan Elizabeth Cavanini, summa cum laude. Dr. Jordan Rebecca Shale, cum laude. Dr. Ariana Nicole Chambers, cum laude. Dr. Yin Shan Chen, magna cum laude. Dr. Abigail Lynn Collins, magna cum laude. Dr. Hannah Nicole Corbin, cum laude. Dr. John Stephen Daniels. Dr. Brittany Nicole Dean, cum laude. Dr. Stephanie Carmen Dean, magna cum laude. Dr. Natalie Lynn Delozier, summa cum laude. Dr. Bethany Grace Denny, cum laude. Dr. Michael Foster Desmond, magna cum laude. Dr. Aaron Tate Dries, cum laude. Dr. Logan Dwayne Durham, cum laude. Dr. Samuel Aaron Efoy, cum laude. Dr. Tanisha Lanai Evans. Dr. Felicia Renee Farmer, cum laude. Dr. Lindsay Josephine Farrar, cum laude. Dr. Erin Marie Feely, summa cum laude. Dr. Shelby Lucille Bryce Farrell, cum laude. Dr. Madison Renee Forbing. Dr. Matthew Allen Fudge, cum laude. Dr. Taylor Reese Gabbard, cum laude. Dr. Brian Peter Getz. Dr. Aaliyah Lachelle Green. Dr. Sheldon Cole Green, cum laude. Dr. Caitlin Marie Greaves, magna cum laude. Dr. Cameron Amir Griffith, magna cum laude. Dr. Gregory McKinley Hall II, magna cum laude. Dr. Thomas Zachary Dillon Hamlin, magna cum laude. Dr. June Hon Han. Dr. Catherine Elizabeth Hance, magna cum laude. Dr. Casey Danielle Hardiman, cum laude. Dr. Christian Allen Hardy, cum laude. Dr. Jordan Jeanne Hera, cum laude. Dr. Haley Nicole Hickson, summa cum laude. Dr. Corey Blaine Humphrey, summa cum laude. Dr. Maggie Elizabeth Humphrey. Dr. Tristan Taylor Hutchinson. Dr. Gretchen Julia Engling, magna cum laude. Dr. Melissa Lynn Jackson, cum laude. Dr. Grace Noel Jenkins, cum laude. Dr. Caitlin Michael Kohler, summa cum laude. Dr. Lindsay Renee Kohler, summa cum laude. Dr. Lauren Nicole Krasnopolsky. Dr. Sarah Nicole Langford, magna cum laude. Dr. Dalton Blake Lovins, magna cum laude. Dr. Todd Hagan Joseph Lucas, cum laude. Dr. Olivia Bell Lynch, summa cum laude. Dr. Megan Jan Ma, magna cum laude. Dr. Lane Catherine Madison. Dr. Caitlin Shelby McCourt, magna cum laude. Dr. Kayla Lynn McFarland, summa cum laude. Dr. Brittany McCollin. Dr. Michaela Kennedy McNew. Dr. Darius Ethan Myman, summa cum laude. Dr. Logan David Messner. Dr. Rachel Christiana Menrath, cum laude. Dr. Dustin Kyle Miracle, cum laude. Dr. Anissa Lynn Moore, cum laude. Dr. Al Medina Mujanovic, summa cum laude. Dr. Haley Marie Mullins, summa cum laude. Dr. Elijah Thomas Myers, summa cum laude. Dr. Molly Jo Myers, cum laude. Dr. Vic Maurice Newberry Jr., magna cum laude. Dr. Johnny Lee Nguyen, cum laude. Dr. Thuy Ngoc Nguyen. Dr. Allison S. Olmsted, summa cum laude. Dr. Joshua Dylan Parton, summa cum laude. Dr. Kayla Marie Pelly. Dr. Michaela Catherine Perry, magna cum laude. Dr. Cassidy Elizabeth Potts, magna cum laude. Dr. Kennedy Kathleen Powers. Dr. Christina Marie Rellencotter. Dr. Jenna Faye Ramsey, magna cum laude. Dr. Jonathan Scott Reams. Dr. Corey Nicholas Reinert, cum laude. Dr. Christian Nathaniel Rudy, summa cum laude. Dr. Anne Margaret Roche, cum laude. Dr. Nicole Lauren Ressler, magna cum laude. Dr. Austin Cole Rucker, cum laude. Dr. Whitney Dawn Russell, magna cum laude. Dr. Rachel Sheridan Schutzman, cum laude. Dr. Chelsea Elizabeth Shepard, magna cum laude. Dr. Cheyenne Victoria Shook, summa cum laude. Dr. Carolyn Marie Sims, cum laude. Dr. Brittany Adikes Slakta. Dr. Emily Lauren Smith, magna cum laude. Dr. Lauren McKinsey Smith, summa cum laude. Dr. Cheyenne Elise Mitchell Smoger, summa cum laude. Dr. Dylan Robert Spencer. Dr. Jacob Stevenson, summa cum laude. Dr. Shelby Suzanne Stinson, cum laude. Dr. Rachel Marie Stone, magna cum laude. Dr. Alexandra Grace Supfin, summa cum laude. Dr. Lee Tan, cum laude. Dr. Jacob Dean Taylor, cum laude. Dr. Jacob Edward Tellish, summa cum laude. Dr. Heather Nicole Thieneman, summa cum laude. Dr. Robert Joseph Thomas, cum laude. Dr. Dylan James Thompson, cum laude. Dr. Stephanie Leanne Van Hoos, summa cum laude. Dr. Chad Michael Venn, magna cum laude. Dr. Morgan Page Vogel. Dr. Garrison Scott Wagner. Dr. Courtney Carol Waldrop, cum laude. Dr. Erica Ann Waldsmith, magna cum laude. Dr. Cody Tyler Wisman. Dr. Olivia Lee White, summa cum laude. Dr. Kristen Elizabeth Wilhite, summa cum laude. Dr. Austin Alexander Willett, summa cum laude. Dr. Brian M. Williams, magna cum laude. Dr. Amelia Joanne Winters. Dr. Angela Marie Werger, summa cum laude. And Dr. Brian Joseph Wyatt. As the platform party returns to their seats, I ask members of the class of 2021 to please stand. Graduates, you may now transfer your tassels. Graduates, please remain standing as I now welcome Dr. Brooke Hudspeth to the podium to recite the oath of a pharmacist.
I now ask all pharmacists present to join in reciting the oath of a pharmacist. Please stand. Turn to the inside back cover of your program. Raise your right hand and join me as we read in unison. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Congratulations and welcome to this wonderful profession.
Thank you, Dr. Hudspeth. We have just a couple of more orders of business to take care of. We will now take a class photo. If the graduates would please turn and face the audience. And there is a photographer on the other side who will take a class photo. Okay, thank you all. Parents, family, and friends, thank you for being here to celebrate this monumentous occasion. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we gathered to celebrate while also mitigating distancing and safety protocols that were required. Graduates, we are now proud to recognize you as the newest members of the family of College of Pharmacy alumni. The dean, faculty, and staff are eager to watch and celebrate all of your future successes. And now, for the final time, class of 2021, you are dismissed.